Welcome back everyone to another edition of Figures from the Attic. Today we're back with another figure unboxing and review, this time of John Cena, specifically Ultimate Edition John Cena, commemorating his last run, his last hurrah so to speak, and boy am I excited to open this up. Just looking at it in the window here, it looks phenomenal. I think it has potential to be the best John Cena in my collection. As you can see, it kind of does commemorate not only his last run, but his heel run as well. The only heel turn he ever had in his career. As far as being like a megastar. The only time he was a heel main eventer. Because of course when he first debuted in WWE, he was a heel. But let's get this opened up. I'm excited to see how it looks out of the packaging. And just in general, I do love Ultimate Editions. They're probably my favorite series of figures. Just the best attention to detail, the best articulation of course, the best accessories. And this seems to be no different. Like maybe one of his headbands. Oh, what is this? Oh, this looks like a towel. Oh, it goes in the back of his shorts. There we go. That kind of popped off, but it looks like he has a towel that he walks out with during his entrance right there in the back, and that just kind of popped out, but very easily popped back in. So we'll put John Cena there for now. There we go. And let's get these heads out. Let's get all the accessories out. I'm loving this hat. Love the color on here. In general, I love the color that they chose for this. That baby blue really pops. Oh, look at this one. Okay, very nice. So you do get just kind of your basic hands, closed fist, open hands, but you get this special hand, must be a new mold, and it's got Cody's gold Rolex. If you know that story, that's the Rolex that Dusty Rhodes had to sell in order for Cody Rhodes to make it through acting school. And of course, famously, Triple H and Nick Khan, they tracked it down and gave it to him as a gift after WrestleMania. And of course, John Cena, when he turned heel, he put it on his knuckles, bam, and knocked Cody out with it. Pretty epic moment. Kind of went downhill from there, unfortunately, the heel turn. It wasn't really what people thought it could be, but that's ancient history at this point. Let's take a look at the figure itself. Of course, you get kind of like the basic head, expressionless, which unfortunately, that John Cena heel run, a lot of his time was spent being kind of expressionless. I felt like he could have really hammed up the heel, evil side of his character a little more. He was more just like deadpan, I hate you guys. But it's a good resemblance nonetheless. It definitely looks exactly like John Cena. He does have kind of the longer hair that he rocked during that run. And let's see, I do see some paint scuffs. Unfortunately, you get kind of a blue paint scuff right there. I see kind of a paint scuff on his head. And that's unfortunately becoming more and more common with these Mattel figures lately. I feel like the last few that I've opened have had some kind of blemish on them, which is unfortunate for the amount that you spend. But let's see, the other head sculpts, you do get, that's kind of the face that he made when he was hugging Cody. And then he looked at The Rock just before he was about to turn on Cody. So that's the face of impending doom just before he fully turned heel. That's a pretty good one. Pretty iconic. And they also throw in a babyface John Cena, as you can see right there. He looks giddy, like very, very happy. So which head do you display him with? I would go probably with either the one that's on his body already or this one. I think they're both pretty good. This other one is a little too over the top for me, a little too goofy. But I mean, it does look like him. It's not terrible. You even get his dimples. So I mean, it's not bad. But I'm probably going to stick with the one that came on it. As far as clothing, of course, you do get the You Can't See Me, The Last Time Is Now t-shirt in baby blue. I think that's very nice. Let's see how it looks on the figure. Should I take off the arms? Probably. And that's the cool thing about these Ultimate Editions, that the arms really pop up really easily. And you just kind of slip the shirt on, because with these Ultimate Editions, there's no Velcro in the back. It's kind of one solid piece. So it does feel and look like a more realistic t-shirt. And then you can very easily just pop the arms back in like that. That's one arm. And let's get the other. This other arm, of course, does have the headband on the bicep to show you how large that bicep really is. And you get the wristbands as well. Let's see. This one, unfortunately, is chipping. As you can see, look. That's annoying. Okay. All right, but yeah, it looks very nice with the shirt on. I'll probably display him with the shirt just to kind of cover up that blemish that I showed you on his torso earlier. But it looks very nice. I love the color. Let's see how the hat fits on here. Same color scheme, of course, on the hat. There you get the "You Can't See Me." Oh, it's got Canada. So this must have been probably his last Canadian date. What was that? Maybe Toronto? Rise Above Hate. The Last Time Is Now. Very nice. Someone in the comments tell me which show was this. I don't remember exactly. I'm assuming because of the colors, maybe the Blue Jays. So Toronto Blue Jays. I'm assuming that's what this is based off of. And you get the towel that he would hold up in front of his face as well during that last run, saying "The last time is now." Let's see, how do you display that? Maybe kind of like this. Yeah, he would kind of hold it up to the camera. Yeah, just like that. "The last time is now." The hat looks a little goofy. I wish the hat fit better. Is it just me? It doesn't really sit quite right. Some of the hats they give you really do fit just like a real hat, and they look really, really nice. This one just kind of doesn't fit his head quite right. I'm assuming it's the hair, because the hair is a little poofy on top. So maybe that's why. No, that's definitely not the look. Maybe backwards. No, he hasn't worn it like that since the Thugonomics days. I'll probably display it without the hat because, again, you tell me, but to me that looks a little goofy. It doesn't look quite right. And I think you have to display it with this cool hand. So let's get this one off and we'll put this one on. Now, the more I'm kind of looking at it, I mean, it's still very nice, but I am seeing some, some goofiness, some not so nice as I'm kind of inspecting it further. This is one of those figures that to me looked nicer in the packaging than in hand, unfortunately. But let's see, you do get also the white shoes, of course, with the toe articulation. Unfortunately on this one, because he's wearing sneakers, I feel like the toe articulation doesn't really work. It makes his feet look bigger than the rest of his body. Like, it kind of makes him look a little unproportional. I think because they went that extra measure to add the articulation to the toes, it kind of elongated the shoe, and it made it just look like kind of like clown shoes, in my opinion. But you do get the socks, of course, there with Never Give Up. I've got some paint application issues here as well. It's kind of faded. This one is nice and crisp, but this one, not as much. And on the back, you get Rise Above Hate. I have some paint application issues on that hate right there as well. You see the blue kind of bleeding in from the H to the A. This one looks pretty sharp though. That's interesting. You do get the red, white, and blue belt, which looks really nice. And like I mentioned, you get this little hole back there for this, this little rag, which kind of keeps falling off. But that's probably how I'll display it. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, again, I mean, the head sculpt, the resemblance is awesome. This looks exactly like John Cena, of course. I love the baby blue. I do like the knee pads peeking out under the jorts. One of my main complaints about his Jakks figures, the ones I used to collect back in the day, is that because of the jorts, the way that they kind of jutted down, they were really hard. You could never move his knee properly. That was always like a pet peeve of mine. But of course, Mattel has figured out how to correct that. This looks very good. So the legs do bend really nicely. As an overall figure, I'm not going to go as high as I thought I was going to go. Unfortunately, I can't go as high as I thought I was going to go. When I was looking at it, I thought this would be in the 9 territory, 9 point something. I'm not going to go that high. I don't think I can justify that. Do I recommend it? Honestly, I think there are better John Cena figures out there. I was going to say this might be the best John Cena in my collection, but now that I've opened it, I'm going to take that back. I don't think it is. I do have better. As an overall score, I would go an 8.1 out of 10. Still solid figure. I do recommend it. If you see it, especially on clearance, I recommend getting it because it is nice and it does commemorate his heel run, which is always nice. but I can't go higher than an 8.1. As always, I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more.